Alright, here's another very easy recipe, and this one is very useful because it involves green vegetables. Very often it's hard for people to eat green vegetables because they don't find them very tasty. So what I'm proposing to you today is string beans sauteed in oil and garlic, without too much oil and a lot of garlic. I forgot to do one thing, to show you one thing. Of course, you buy them fresh in the supermarket, and so they're regular string beans. You buy them fresh in any supermarket you can find. And the thing that I forgot to show you is when you wash them very quickly, and then you've got to cut both hands a little bit, just about, maybe 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch maximum. Okay, so you wind up with string beans which look just that way, and that takes absolutely no time. The equipment needed for the string beans is just a regular pan. One little tip is, because we're going to saute them in oil, make sure you have a top to go on that pan, because otherwise the oil is going to spill over your stove, and it's going to be a big mess. A little bit of vegetable oil. Personally, we like to use grapeseed oil for a simple reason: is grapeseed oil is the best oil you can find on the market, or one of the best oil you can find on the market. I don't exactly remember the story with the good fat and the bad fat, but this one is the highest content in good fat versus bad fat. It's still oil though, so make sure you don't use too much when you put in your pan, and you don't need to use a lot to fry vegetables. Alright, and of course the last ingredient that you're going to need is garlic, because they're going to be sauteed in garlic. You see, I'm not hesitating to put quite a bit of garlic. Garlic, as soon as it's being heated up, it actually loses the spiciness to it, so you don't have to worry about the course to be too spicy. For those of you who really don't cook at all, start by cutting the garlic at the bottom, not at the top. It will be much easier after to remove all the skin around it. And of course you want to remove all that stuff here and come up with the white garlic clove. Okay. Just wanted to show you how small I cut the garlic. I'm going to show you the blade of the knife. Okay, you don't want your garlic to be really large. This is kind of like a medium-sized cut. This is plenty enough for this recipe, and now I'm going to show you what we do. All right, we go to the stove and we turn on the flame. Okay, we're going to be frying vegetables, not meat, so you don't want to have too high of a flame. Vegetables have a tendency to heat up very quickly and fry at lower temperature than meat, so you don't want to burn them. And what I always do is put my pan on the flame, obviously, and then I leave my pan a little bit just so that the heat actually go all over the pan and it's not just hot in the middle, so you wait just a few seconds. Alright, the pan is hot enough now, and I'm just going to put a little bit of oil all over the pan. You see, that's about the oil I'm going to put. So it's a spoonful, probably a little bit more than a spoonful, I don't know, like a teaspoon I mean. So, and then I'm going to let the oil actually warm up. Here we go, the oil is actually warming up now, so I'm just going to take the beans and just put them in there. Okay, you don't hear the frying sound, so obviously I did not wait enough, but it's okay, it's not a big deal whatsoever. It's gonna, warm up slowly. Those are vegetables, it's not meat, so it doesn't need to be seared. They can fry easily a little bit after. Now, you can see that everything is starting to sizzle. Let me just try to show you. Okay, you see it's sizzling in the pan. Alright, so the secret again is to, stir things up all the time so it doesn't burn on one side and not burn on the other side. One thing also that I forgot to show you, it's going to be hard to show you because I'm alone today, is actually to put don't forget to salt. Okay, when you fry something, salting is always good because it makes the water come out, and so I salted. Don't worry, this doesn't put much salt, okay, so I didn't salt a lot. Don't over salt, it's not very good. And then if you like, you can also put some pepper. Okay, in restaurants they say fresh pepper. Personally, I just put the regular pepper. I don't see much of a difference. So, and now I stir. Okay. All right, and I'm watching the soccer game, so I'm gonna go watch my soccer game. Pretty much I'm gonna come here every 4 or 5 minutes. Okay, and that should be cooked in about 15 minutes. One of the biggest mistakes that people who don't cook do is they're afraid of overcooking things, so they tend to cook on this very soft flame. That's a mistake. Okay, when you fry something, you really need a high flame, because otherwise you're not gonna fry it. It's gonna get all mushy. And just stand next to it. This is gonna take 15 minutes. But as long as you stir the vegetable quite a bit, they will not burn. It's for you to just look when it starts burning and flip them a little bit. Okay? There we go, another 4 minutes went by. So I'm just coming here and just stirring my vegetable. And you see, despite the fact that it's quite high, the vegetables are cooking, you see, but they're not burning. They are taking that very the golden look to them, okay, and they're actually going to be very delicious. You notice that I still haven't put the garlic. It's not a mistake. I will put the garlic only toward the end of the process when I see that the beans are really starting to be fried. See, more and more of them are actually golden. That's because they're starting to be cooked. Alright, they are sauteed to my liking. I know my wife likes them a little more green, but I like them very nice and sauteed. So it is time, at the last minute, to put the garlic. Here we go. My wife is putting the garlic. Now she's going to stir. So we want to saute the garlic, but because it's so small, of course it's going to fry very quickly. And again, don't worry about the fact that it's going to be spicy. It will not be spicy because garlic loses its spiciness as soon as it's in a hot environment. I'm going to wait just 2 seconds. I'm going to lower the flame almost to nothing. Okay, just to really keep it a little warm. Cover it, and it can actually stay like this for a good half hour without drying out or anything like this until we set up the table and finish it. This is our meal for today, and actually my wife is going to have a nice glass of rosé with it, and here is what it looks like. Pretty appetizing, and we'll see if the kids like it. Is it good?
Yes, very good. Buona, buona.
Baby!